As the world around us bursts into bloom, have you ever felt an internal surge, a restless energy urging you to move, create, and grow? That's not just spring fever. It's your liver qi awakening. In traditional Chinese medicine, spring is the season of the liver, the organ that governs the smooth flow of energy, emotions, and our vision. Just like the wind propels a sailboat, our liver energy needs the right balance to steer us forward. Too much, and we might feel overwhelmed. Too little, and we stagnate. Today on I Love Me, the podcast, we're diving deep into understanding how to care for your liver this spring, recognizing signs of imbalance, and embracing practices that align you with the season's vibrant energy.
Love, 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 I love me.
Simple, inspiring lessons in self-love. Hello, Blossom. It's Tamara here. If you've listened to the last 3 episodes, then you've already done the groundwork. You've been preparing the soil, clearing space, making room. So now, with the arrival of spring, it's time to plant your seeds. And I'm not just talking about physical seeds. These are the seeds of your intentions, your goals, your visions for the year ahead. Because that's what spring stirs in us. A rising energy, a sense of possibility. A deep inner nudge to ask, what do I want to grow? What do I want to create in the year ahead? It's the energy of goal setting, like we explored in episode 64. And the power of visualizing the life you want to live, which we dove into in episode 65. If you missed those episodes, I'll pop a link in the show notes. In traditional Chinese medicine, spring is the season of the liver. This is the time when liver energy really comes alive in the body. And the liver doesn't work alone. It's paired with the gallbladder, its yang counterpart. Together, they hold the blueprint for vision and action. The liver dreams it. The gallbladder decides how to make it happen. Just take a look outside. Spring is all about renewal, movement, and growth. The earth itself is waking up. Sprouts are breaking through the soil. Trees are pushing out buds. Everything is reaching upward. That same energy lives in you. The liver, in this context, is the organ of expansion. It helps you see the bigger picture, to dream, to plan, and most importantly, to take the first step. It's the part of you that wants to grow beyond where you are right now. So if you're feeling that restless urge to move, to start something, to shake off the heaviness of winter, you're not imagining it. That's your liver energy waking up. It's that inner stir that says, there's something more for me. I'm ready to grow. But here's the thing. Liver energy doesn't just bring big dreams and visions. It also needs direction. Without flow, that energy can become stuck, frustrated, irritable. You might feel it as tension in your body, a short fuse, or just a sense that you know what you want, but something's in the way. And that's why this season is such a powerful time to reconnect with your clarity and your ability to make decisions. Because this isn't about hustling or pushing. It's about aligning with the natural energy of the season, an energy that wants to lift you forward, not drag you down. In Chinese medicine, they say the liver is like a general in the army. It has the vision, the long-term strategy. It sees the possibilities, but it also needs space to move. If your inner landscape is too cluttered, emotionally, physically, energetically, then it's hard for that energy to rise up and out. That's why spring is the perfect time to declutter, to clear out your home, your mind, your calendar, to make space for what you actually want to grow. Because just like in nature, nothing grows well in crowded, overgrown soil. And what happens when you give your liver energy that space to move? You feel more decisive, more inspired. You get that sense of forward momentum again. You start choosing, not just reacting. You stop spinning your wheels and start moving towards something that truly matters to you. And maybe most importantly, you reconnect with your sense of hope. Because spring brings that too. A reminder that no matter how long the winter has been, growth is always around the corner. So if you've been feeling stuck or foggy or just a bit off, this is your invitation to check in with your liver. Ask yourself, what am I ready to let go of? What am I making space for? What vision am I holding for the months ahead? You don't need to have it all figured out right now, but this is the season to start listening, to pay attention to what your energy is asking of you, to follow the tiny sprouts of desire and curiosity. This is where new beginnings take root. This is where movement returns, and it doesn't need to be big. Maybe it's a decision you've been putting off, a creative project calling your name, a habit you want to shift. Whatever it is, start there. Trust the season. Let the energy of spring move through you, lifting you out of stagnation and into aligned, inspired action. Because your vision matters, and now is the time to begin. Back in my 20s, I always found spring a really difficult season to move through. I would start to feel irritated. Seasonal allergies would make my eyes itchy and my head foggy, and I could sense this anger and frustration bubbling beneath the surface. At the time, before I really understood the teachings of Chinese medicine, I had no clear idea of what to do with what I was experiencing. On paper, everything in my life looked okay, but inside I felt restless, irritated, even a little resentful, like something wasn't moving the way it needed to. Upon reflection, it was my liver energy becoming stuck. I didn't have a clear vision. I was playing out the same patterns year in, year out. I needed to grow beyond my perceived limitations. I needed to let something new take root in my life, even if I didn't know exactly what it was yet. And over the years since then, I've learnt that come spring, it's time to move. To start dreaming again and give myself permission to look out into my future and take the actions and make the decisions needed to allow that future to be one that feels alive and authentic for me. Now, many years later, I don't experience these kinds of strong reactions in my body. Seasonal allergies are a thing of the past, and I'm able to use any feelings of frustration to inspire me forth. So here's a simple practice you can try this week. Take 10 minutes, just 10. Find a quiet space and ask yourself, what am I ready to grow this season? You might want to write. You might just want to sit quietly and feel into it. No pressure to have a perfect answer, just be curious. Journaling on that question, what am I ready to grow this season, is a really powerful way of exploring this in more depth. Check out episode 20 for a full episode on how to journal. Then choose one small action that supports that growth. It could be clearing a drawer, making a phone call, starting a journal, buying seeds for your garden, or taking the first step toward a long-held dream. The size of the action doesn't matter. What matters is that you're saying yes to the energy of spring. You're moving with it, not against it. Because when we don't take action, when we ignore this pull to expand into our potential in spring, it can manifest as anger, frustration, irritability. When the liver is restrained or blocked because you're not stepping out and doing what you're here to do, that energy, it builds. That energy is the same force that plants rely on in spring to push through the earth. So when that energy has a direction, it can work for us. But when it doesn't, it can explode out of us as angry outbursts. Now, anger is not bad per se. As I share in episode 6, anger is a gift guiding us to make change in our life. If you struggle with anger at this time of year or any time, I highly recommend you listen to that episode, as it gives you a depth of understanding on how to use anger for good. So anger is the emotion that lets you know that the liver is out of balance. On the flip side, when our liver is in balance, we feel assertive, motivated, inspired, and patient. So in order to maintain a balanced liver in spring, we want to vision big and start planting our seeds for what we wish to create. Should we feel angry, we want to work through that anger, like I share in episode 6. Let's look at other ways we can support our liver this spring with some practical physical things that we can do. Because spring isn't just a mindset, it's a full body season. Movement is essential right now. The liver is responsible for keeping chi, your life force energy, moving smoothly. When we get stuck mentally or emotionally, it often shows up as physical tension, stiff joints, tight shoulders, headaches, eye strain. These are all signs that the liver chi might not be flowing freely. So get moving, not in a punishing or intense way, just in a kind, consistent, liberating way. Stretching, walking, dancing, yoga, qigong, anything that helps your body feel more fluid and alive. If you're pressed for time, even just 5 minutes of gentle cardio like dancing, put on your favorite track. That's such a beautiful way to shake things up. Let's talk food. In spring, our bodies naturally crave lighter, greener, fresher, slightly sour foods, the same way the earth begins to offer them to us. Think leafy greens, sprouted grains, herbs like mint and parsley, and sour flavors like lemon, vinegar, and yogurt, which gently support the liver's cleansing function. You might find that your appetite shifts too. Less craving for heavy grounding foods and more for crisp textures and bright flavors. Trust that. But don't go to extreme. Spring is a time of transition, so be gentle with how you change your diet. Now, just because things are heating up in spring, don't rush to throw off the layers of winter. Spring is famously changeable. One moment the sun is warm on your skin, the next there's a cold wind sneaking down your collar. In Chinese medicine, this kind of wind is said to enter through the back of the neck and can cause symptoms like headaches or colds. So layering is your friend. Keep a scarf handy, especially in early spring, and dress in ways that let you adapt to shifting temperatures. Let's discuss the rhythm of your life. Spring is naturally more yang. It's active, outward, expressive. But that doesn't mean go, go, go all the time. The liver thrives when there's a balance between vision and rest, between dreaming and doing. So yes, make your plans, set your goals, get things moving, but don't forget to pause, to listen, to recalibrate. Give yourself moments to check in. Is this action aligned with my true vision? Or am I just pushing to keep up with the world around me? Next week, I'll be sharing an episode on how to break out of the busy mindset if this is an area you tend to struggle with. One of the most powerful ways to align with spring energy is simply to step outside and watch the sunrise. Let the first light to touch your eyes be sunlight, not the glow of your phone. This small act helps regulate your circadian rhythm and gently anchors you into the rhythm of nature. Sunrise marks the beginning of a new day, just as spring marks the beginning of a new cycle in the year. It's a beautiful way to honor this season of fresh starts, whether it's a new relationship, a creative spark, a business idea, a shift in your health, or a new way of showing up in the world. As you watch the sun rise day after day, you become more attuned to growth as a process, subtle, steady, and full of possibility. So as you move through the week ahead, remember this: spring isn't about having it all figured out. It's about listening, trusting, letting your energy start to stretch out and reach toward the sun again. Let the vision grow inside you. Let the next steps unfold one by one. And most importantly, be kind with yourself as you begin, because you are the seed and the season is on your side, helping support you in stepping into the most authentic version of you. Thanks for listening. If this episode resonated with you, I would be so grateful of a small review or rating. And if you're keen to learn how to set really inspiring goals that speak to your heart and then grow them into your reality, this is the perfect time to enroll in my Remarkable Relationships 3-month program. This course takes you on an intimate journey of getting to know yourself, clearing out all the parts of you that are not aligned with the future you vision for yourself, and giving you the tangible steps and self-trust to create a life of your choosing. If you'd like to learn more, visit my website, gettingnaked.com.au. The link is in the show notes. And if you do enroll, please note that a percentage of profits go to planting trees, so together we can re-robe Mother Earth.